In the kingdom of heaven, since the beginning of all time, God created a great celestial army, a host of powerful spiritual beings forged to protect divine creation, guard God's grace, and watch over paradise. Being so mighty, they hold the divine power to confront and defeat the evil entities that dwell on earth and in the abyss. Angels are God's primary servants, the eternal defenders of heaven. It is believed that in the heavens there exists a very distinct celestial hierarchy, where each angel is placed according to their rank, their importance, and the power they wield. This divine order is organized into three great spheres, known as angelic hierarchies, each containing different choirs of angels who maintain cosmic order and guide souls toward their eternal purpose. The first angelic hierarchy is considered the most powerful sphere in the kingdom of heaven. This sacred triad, closest to God, is composed of the Seraphim, Cherubim, and thrones. Within this highest celestial order dwell the most powerful beings of all the heavenly hosts, beings of supreme rank whose closeness to the divine makes them the pillars of cosmic order. The Seraphim. They are the highest among all angels, mysterious beings who surround the throne of God, singing endless celestial praises. Their presence radiates a purity so intense that only the eyes of God can behold them. The Seraphim are the guardians of the most sacred places and the carriers of divine grace, spreading it across the universe as the essence of life. They purify and illuminate both heaven and earth and are considered the most beautiful beings in all creation. They possess 3 pairs of wings, 2 to fly and 4 to cover their faces and bodies, not out of shame, but to shield themselves and others from the overwhelming light of divine holiness. Their main gift is wisdom. They are believed to control and regulate the movements of the heavens according to God's will. They are the living flames of divine love, burning and eternal. The Cherubim, guardians of God's glory, they protect the divine light and the stars, spreading spiritual illumination throughout the universe. They are the keepers of celestial wisdom and the enhancers of consciousness. Often depicted as radiant, beautiful beings, they possess 4 shining wings and move with unimaginable speed, able to cross the cosmos in an instant. Though they do not interact directly with humankind, their divine light can reach Earth, influencing human souls. It is said that Lucifer, before his fall, was the most beautiful of all the cherubim, the bearer of light, the son of the morning. But his desire to be like God led to his rebellion, and he was ultimately cast out of heaven into the abyss. The thrones. Also known in ancient times as the spirits of the stars, they are colossal beings surrounded by radiant, multicolored circles with wings covered in countless deep, watchful eyes. Their appearance is majestic and mysterious, luminous wheels that spin and shine, difficult for the human mind to fully comprehend. The thrones are tasked with witnessing and recording the deeds of humanity, proclaiming the truth at the end of days, when each soul will be judged and either condemned or rewarded. Among their sacred duties is the great responsibility of carrying God's throne throughout the heavenly realm. To them, perseverance is not just a virtue, it is their most powerful gift. They are the guardians of universal order, ensuring that divine will is fulfilled without fail. The second celestial hierarchy is composed of angelic beings who, while still immensely powerful, dwell farther from the presence of God. This middle sphere of the heavens is formed by the dominions, virtues, and powers, known as the rulers of the heavens. The dominions. These angels are responsible for regulating the duties of the lower choirs. They are the ones who assign divine tasks to other angels, maintaining harmony and balance in the celestial order. They receive instructions directly from the Seraphim and Cherubim and ensure that God's commands are carried out throughout creation. They are also said to possess the supreme gift of healing, both physically and spiritually, bringing restoration to those who are faithful and pure. Dominions exist at the threshold between the finite and the infinite, manifesting God's sovereignty in the universe. They are depicted as noble and majestic beings with radiant wings, often bearing a powerful sword and a celestial scepter, symbols of divine authority and defense. The virtues. These beings play a vital role both in heaven and on earth. They are the ones who inspire humans to pursue their dreams and fulfill their most heartfelt desires. Known as the miracle workers, they carry out deeds that transcend human understanding. The virtues are among the first angelic beings to interact directly with humanity, often appearing as luminous entities emitting intense rays of divine light, a light that energizes and uplifts the spirit. It is said that the virtues were the ones who led and announced Christ's ascension into heaven, and that they serve and honor the Virgin Mary. Their divine presence is closely linked to the guidance of human actions and the fulfillment of divine will on earth. The powers. Completing the second hierarchy are the powers, magnificent beings dressed in white with glowing wings and radiant armor. They wield powerful, blazing swords and stand as protectors of the spiritual boundaries between heaven and earth. They serve the higher choirs and are tasked with guarding against the invasion of evil into the divine realm. Among them are said to be the angels of life and death, who escort the souls of the departed before God to determine their eternal fate. Their primary role is to maintain spiritual balance throughout the cosmos. They safeguard divine history, consciousness, and the moral order, overseeing how power is distributed among humanity and ensuring that God's kingdom remains protected. And finally, we reach the third celestial hierarchy, the one furthest from the divine presence. These angels are said to never see God directly, as their connection to Him is more distant and indirect. This angelic triad receives orders from the higher hierarchies, acting as spokespersons and executors of God's will. The Principalities. They are the first choir of this hierarchy. Known as celestial princes, their role is to watch over nations, territories, and peoples. They oversee political, military, and spiritual decisions made by leaders, striving to prevent wars, conflicts, and human injustices. Their mission is to guide nations back to God, inspiring leaders to walk a path of light and spiritual growth. They are the guardians of the collective destiny and proclaim that the relationship with God is the one true purpose of life. They are often depicted as majestic figures with long, radiant wings and an imposing presence. The Archangels. Just below the Principalities are the Archangels, one of the most well-known choirs to humanity. They are heavenly leaders, messengers, and divine warriors, created as pure spiritual beings and faithful servants of the Creator. Their primary role is to communicate God's will to humankind. Through visions, dreams, or divine signs, archangels have guided and inspired humanity throughout time. They are said to possess great spiritual power, delivering the most important divine decrees to mankind. Among the most recognized are Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, although some texts speak of 7 great celestial princes who make up this divine court. They are usually portrayed wearing armor, carrying swords, and bearing other sacred symbols, with slim human-like forms and delicate shining wings. The Guardian Angels. At the very bottom of the divine hierarchy are the Guardian Angels, celestial beings closely connected to human life. They are the most familiar to us, our personal protectors, commonly known as Guardian Angels. These divine entities accompany, guide, and protect each person from birth until death, It is believed that God assigns a guardian to every soul to shield them from evil and accompany them on their spiritual journey to heaven. They often appear in human form, and their mission is to protect us from danger, temptation, and dark forces. They are the only spiritual escorts that remain constantly by our side. Regardless of their rank, angels fulfill a vital purpose in the order of the universe. From the highest to the closest, they have stood by humanity since the dawn of time, guarding, guiding, and protecting us on the path to the divine light.